Hi, good morning everyone. This is Meera here. Welcome back again to the second lecture. Hope you are all staying safe and fine in this crisis situation. I thought that today also I would deal with another poem that is prescribed in the syllabus of regional literatures in translation. So today I'll be talking about the poem Houses written by S.H. Vatsyayan, who is also known as S.H. Vatsyayan or Sachidananda Hirananda Vatsyayan was born in the year 1911 in the United Provinces of Agra and Awadh, and he died at the age of 76 in the year 1987. He can be regarded as a revolutionary figure in the Hindi literature scene because he pioneered with modern trends in Hindi poetry as well as in fiction criticism and also in journalism. And he is associated with the Prayogvad or existentialism movement in Hindi poetry, and also he is associated with the literary movement of Nayi Kavida or new poetry in the Hindi literature. How this happened is in 1943, S.H. Vatsyayan also compiled. S.H. Vatsyayan. He took up the poems written by 7 poets whose poems were never published before, and he compiled it together into the anthology called as Tar Saptak. Okay, T-A-A-R, Tar Saptak, S-A-P-A-T-A-K, Saptak. And in this collection also included his own poetry. Okay, so this collection is later regarded as the pioneer of new literary movement called as Nayi Kavida in Hindi poetry. And also we can say that Vatsyayan wrote a lot under the nom de plume or his pen name Agneya. Okay, Agyeya, A-G-Y-E-Y-A, Agyeya, which can be transliterated as Ajneya, A-J-N-E-Y-A, Ajneya, meaning the unknown. Okay, S.H. Vatsyayan, or popularly known as the Agyeya or Ajneya, he always felt that in order to express the emotional experience, one has to be more experimental in his writing. This poem, Houses, written by Agneya, it doesn't have any particular form. It is written in, we can say that it is written in a freestyle, and he has also won numerous prestigious awards like the Sahitya Academy Award in 1986, the Sahitya Academy Award in 1964, the Jnanapith Award in 1978, Jnanapith Award in 1978, and the Golden Vrit Award in 1980. So the poem Houses was actually written in Hindi, and it was translated into English by the poet himself, by S.H. Vatsyayan. And the poem, as its title, from the title itself, it is very clear. The poem is going to talk about the house. Okay, in the poem, the poet tried to distinguish between a home and a house. A home is really symbolic, whereas a house is a mere structure. A home is a place where you live, where you have some emotional attachment, where you have each and lot of memories associated with each and every corners of that particular structure into which you live. When you have your emotional feelings attached to a particular thing, when you have a lot of love and care for the place you live in, when the place you live in is something which is inseparable from your own existence, that particular house can be regarded as a home. Whereas a house on its own, just a mere structure, is something that doesn't have any emotional any emotional content in it. Okay, so the poet is trying to tell us that the modern man's attitude is something which is very emotionless, and they are never attached to the place where they live, because for modern man, a house is somewhere he lives. It doesn't have any other kind of attachment towards the place where he lives. This is what the poet tried to convey through the poem. He says that houses are open spaces now. It doesn't have any privacy within it. Okay, and this condition is very inevitable in this modern society. So it has just become like that. unlike the previous ages, poets say that modern man doesn't hold any attachment to the place where he lives. Okay, now I'll read out the poem before moving on to the poem. Uh, Houses by S.H. Vatsyayan. My house is an enclosure joining two doors together. My house is the space between two doors. Whichever way you look right through the house. You will see the view beyond, you will not see the house. My house is me. No one lives in my house. And do I live in my house? Whichever way you look. Your house is over there where the road ends. But if I have to keep moving ever along the road, where does the road end? Your house. Other people's houses open inwards to secrets which they do not reveal. Other people's houses are in cities. Cities are in other people's houses. Other people's houses are other people's houses. Houses. Where are the houses of which we talk? All the talks of the houses are privy to the houses. We do not talk to others about houses. What we talk to others about are not houses. Translated from Hindi by the poet himself. Okay, the poem Houses by S.H. Vatsyayan introduces the reader towards the modern man's attitude towards his house. The poet tells us that houses are reduced to the level of a mere physical structure that provides the modern man with safety and security. And the modern day houses have become the space between two doors, the front door and the back door. Okay, the windows permit us to get a view of the outside world, while paradoxically we have neither the time nor interest to look into the inside world of the house. It is this extreme sense of alienation that is described in the line, "Do I live in my house?" On the other hand, the poet is very much aware about the other person's house, what happens inside the other person's house, where it is, and so on. The poet tells us that it is over there where the road ends. So all the secrets that should be hidden inside that particular house, hidden inside the neighbor's house, it becomes a common knowledge to everyone. Therefore, the poet in the poem tells us that the neighbors' houses are just like cities, open public revealed spaces, which holds no secrets, which holds no secrets to anyone. And then the poet tells us that the poet becomes a bit reflective in the last stanza. The last stanza of the poem is a bit reflective in the sense that the poet sympathizes with himself about the fact that we are not able to distinguish a house from a home. That means we are not able to distinguish between we are not able to find an attachment with the find an emotional attachment with the house in which we live. So we keep talking to others about our houses, while actually we are unaware about the importance or the vital role that a house play in each and every one of our lives. So a home symbolizes a kind of belonging, a sense of belonging, love, domestic bliss, and the bond of family life. And also it also raises in our mind the memories of our childhood, as well as moments of shared happiness and sorrow. So every room and every wall has a story to tell, an experience to reveal, and we become what we are by living in that house which has been ours for so many years. But today, for modern man, wherever he lives, if it's just for a day or a week or a month, it is his house. And he has no love or sense of belonging to he has no love or any sense of belonging to anything or anyone in his life. So it is this sense of injustice awakened in the mind of the poet that makes him say that I quote, whatever we talk about, I mean, sorry, that makes him say that what we talk to others are not houses. Okay, what we talk to others are not houses. So this was a brief summary, or in a way, this is what the whole content of the poem is. So what now I'm going to do is I will read the poem once again, and paragraph wise I will tell you what is the poet stating in each and every paragraph. So, houses by S.H. Vatsyayan. My house is an enclosure joining two doors together. My house is the space between two doors. Whichever way you look right through the house and you will see the view beyond, you will not see the house. So, in the very first paragraph, what the poet tells us is that his house is an enclosure, means it is an enclosed space. It is what is a house for modern man is the space between two doors, as I have told you earlier. Now, it means the space between the front door and the back door. And whichever way you look, you look right through the house. That means when you are asked to look into a house, you look through the house. So when you look through the house, for example, you can imagine you are standing at the front door and you look through the house. What you see is the back door. So you see the view beyond the house, but you are not able to see inside the house. When you look through a house, your vision doesn't fall upon the in the world inside the house. You will always look into the world outside the house. I mean, what the poet is trying to tell here is that all houses in this modern scenario have lost its sense of privacy. My house is me. No one lives in my house. And do I live in my house? Whichever way you look. So, in this stanza, the poet tells us that no one lives in my house. That means nobody live in a house today. In the current scenario, what we witness is people just stay inside the house. They doesn't live inside the house. So, and do I live in my house? It is a rhetorical question. That means no. The answer is very clear, no. The poet is trying to tell us that you are identified by the place, you are also identified by the place in which you live. But today that doesn't happen in the case of modern man. Your house is over there where the road ends, but if I have to keep moving ever along the road, where does the road end? So this question is, but now the poet tells us that your house is over there where the road ends. Though the poet is not aware of his own house, he very well knows that the other person's house is over there where the road ends. And the next three lines, but if I have to keep moving ever along the road, where does the road end? This is a very philosophical question asked by modern man. Modern man just move on in a flow, just go through this rat race of this busy life. He just move on in the rat race. He goes with the flow of his busy life without questioning anything, and finally when finally a moment comes when every modern man asks himself this very question: if I have to keep moving ever along the road, where does the road end? He himself is not aware the purpose of his own life. So your house, other people's houses, open inwards to secrets which they do not reveal. Other people's houses are cities. That means everyone is aware of what is happening in another person's house. Okay, so and he tells us that we are well aware about the secrets that is happening inside the other person's house. It is just because other people's houses are just like cities. Cities, by using the word cities, he means that very public, open space where there are no secrets, where there is no privacy. So cities here symbolize a public space. Cities are in other people's houses. Okay, other people's houses are cities, and cities are in other people's houses. That means the modern man's house have lost the sense of privacy, belonging, love, attachment, or all sorts of feelings that one once had with their house. Now the very last answer: houses, where are the houses of which we talk, are all talks of the houses are privy to the houses. That means the poet tried to tell us that what we talk today are not about the houses, okay, where we are not about the houses where we live, but it is about the houses in which we stay. We are talking, so whatever talks we have about a house, all it doesn't contain any essence in it. So whatever we talk about the house are just nonsense, So without knowing the meaning or the essence of a house, or without treating a house as a home, whatever we talk about a house is just nonsense, because we are not aware about the vital part that a house play in our life. What we talk to others about are not houses. So this is the poem, and the poem, again I repeat, the poem is translated from Hindi into English by the poet. So everyone, this was the end of our second lecture, and it contained the poem Houses by S.H. Vatsyayan. I hope it was clear and it was beneficial for you people. As I've told you earlier, I'm doing these videos just because it's out of the request that many of my students made, stating that these subjects, these portions are really hard. They find it very hard to find references to these portions. And my very first video, it had a lot of technical problems. I do understand that, and I'm trying to correct it in the upcoming videos one by one. I'm not so technical, and it's very easy for me to take a class by looking into the face of the students and teaching, but this is very difficult. So I hope this video would be very useful, and the mistakes that I have in this videos, I mean the technical errors and all, I'll try to correct it in the coming videos. Thank you. Stay safe.